Shamps and Giggles. History, news, views, and reviews from a black perspective.
Do you know, I paused. That one's dedicated to Mary. I paused that one late, but I wanted to get some of the tune in there because we were at the sort of end of the thing.
Oh, yes. Yeah.
Gonna be missed. A lovely
Makes
woman.
sense.
And, you know, wish that we all wish, innit? So big up to Mary. May she rest in eternal peace. Pour yourselves a drink, guys, by the way. I mean, you know, pour yourselves a drink. Do pour yourselves a drink. These are times where we do need each other in more ways than 10, to be fair. You know, when these things happen is when people really, really do come together. And we feel it for each other. We do. We feel it for each other. So I'm sad to hear about Mary. But, let's just pour yourselves a drink. Have a drink on Mary. Have a drink on Mary. It's one thing talking about Robert Redford and Ricky Hatton, you know what I mean? People you didn't come across. But Mary, we actually came across, sat here on the platform, spoke with her, interviewed her, laughed and joked with her, you know?
And she's got members who are friends, you know? Members here of Shamps and Giggles are friends with her. Were friends.
Yeah. And that's how we do it. That's how it's somebody who knows somebody who knows somebody. That's why we're so much more like a family, because you don't just come in. It's, you know what I mean? You come through the ranks, so to speak. If somebody that knows someone, think you're doing good, yeah, come on the platform, talk the things. Yeah, that one sort of hit me there, Keith, to be fair.
Yeah, it was a shock when we first found out. It was absolute shock. But you did the right thing. You found a beautiful track to play to pass that side of memories on, you know, which would be special for us. Yeah,
and also let me mention Colin Crawford, who we lost as well in Carnival. Again, another one, young man, you know, vibrant life, healthy one day, appeared to be, should we say?
Yeah.
And you know, so yeah, I would just say to everyone, you know, as you're getting on, take life in its stride. Don't overwork, don't overstress, don't overdo, man. Just but be around the ones you love and have love in your heart, because you know what I mean, nobody's got time for drama and foolishness. Life's so short. You know, you got to make the fullness of it. So what about congratulations then, Keith? Because you had some.
Well, we'll do the birthdays first, if you don't mind.
There you go.
Yeah, we'll do the birthdays first, and then we'll go to that. So we've got a few birthday shout outs from all of us. As I was saying earlier before the break, radio listeners and to everybody, that had Stephen Lawrence been alive today, well, on the 13th of September, he would have been 51 years old.
Oh my Lord,
51 Lawrence, years old Stephen Lawrence would have been, had he not been tragically taken from us.
Yeah, never forget Stephen Lawrence. I remember that. He might as well have been my brother at the time. I remember you were so glued to the to the TV and the incoming news and all the leaks and squeaks, and how could they have found that this? How could they have found, like, what the hell? You knew something was amiss then. You just knew something was just together. There's a huge level of corruption going on here. So they've got help. Yeah, Stephen Lawrence, that was such, and big up to Doreen, Neville. You know, they've done an amazing job. But I'm sure for all of what they've done, they'd rather have Stephen.
Oh, yes, absolutely.
You know what I mean? 50, what, he'd have been married, likely,
children,
or girlfriend.
Probably, yeah. Grandkids.
Children, grandkids. Tragic.
Yeah, so 13th of September, he would have been 51. So we're just doing that in memory of and remembrance of him, you know, if he would have been alive. And then the other one, from the Shamps and Giggles point of view, as a great member and friend of ours, Rudy Liquid, brilliant comedian.
Yes.
Rudy Liquid.
I
His birthday was Thursday, yesterday, 18th. Was the 18th?
big up, Mr. Liquid.
Yeah, Rudy Liquid. Yeah.
25 again.
I'm sure he'll say
25.
that. He might even be cheeky enough to say 21.
Oh, really? No,
Yeah.
leave that for me. I'll put it.
He might even be cheeky enough to say 21. No, Mr. Liquid. Yeah. So his
Big up.
birthday was giving a shout out for him.
Yeah, I have to big up Mr. Liquid. He does a lot of work, you know. He does a lot of work behind the scenes. He does
Yeah.
comedy, and it's all from a place of love. It's not like them man they make big money from the things they're doing. Do you know what I mean? They're doing it out of love because they see the need in the community for black people to come together. And if someone doesn't do it, it's not going to get done, right?
Yeah, correct.
That man they're stepping up in that way. Yeah, you have to big them up. I just hope that the youngins follow their lead.
Well, yeah. I'm
there
sure.
is a lot going on.
Yeah, I think some of the youth, if it's the comedy side, you're saying that aspect of it, there is some up and coming new comedians coming out that they're sort of like got under their wings and you know, so there is that side. So he, as you say, he's doing things for the community. He'll always do things for the putting on comedy acts and comedy shows for the community. So we need to go out and support Rudy Liquid. So if you do see a flyer or information, Google him, have a look. He's on all the platforms. Try and support his endeavors, you know, because they are very funny.
And it is done for the community. And also, by the way, he does bring out new talent. And we just last week was looking at the Ginger. And apparently Ginger's well, he's a wannabe comedian. I don't know if that's the right terminology, but apparently he was at a gig at one of Rudy's events. And Rudy said, you know, if you favor yourself as a comedian, you want a chance to hold the mic, feel free coming up. And Ginger, who we was talking about last week, he went up on the stage.
Oh, brilliant.
Yeah, so Ginger's not that far. He's not that far removed from us. And you know, to be fair, that situation on what we saw last week, that was a setup, really. I hope that doesn't hamper Ginger from moving forward with life and doing great things, because he's had a hard life himself, and as we learned through the the video that we saw, he's had a hard life himself, and he's bounced back to a certain degree. He just needs to stay focused, and not get involved with people that are going to trigger him. Alicia's got a hand up about the things.
Yeah, just to let you know, Rudy Liquid, he's got an event coming up just to promote it. Christmas,
big up.
December 27th, I think it is 27th. And I think he's got other ones coming up with other people. So, you know, he's on Instagram, so you can follow him on Instagram. Yeah, and obviously he's got
music. He's got coming up. Is it where is it?
I'll find the thing and I'll share it with you.
Okay, then we just share
it. I'll share it with you in a moment.
White Cherry has his hand. Have you seen a white cherry before? I haven't seen a white cherry. Cherries don't come white. I can't hear you, mate. You're on mute. You're talking on mute.
Good. It weren't meant for nobody's ears, not even yours. But as for Ginger, if Ginger wants to be a comedian, he needs to recognize that most of the people who go to these events are ladies. So maybe he needs to be a voice for radio and hide the face.
Yeah, you know the funny thing about that. You're that Denzel Washington is a classic. He knows his people. Then he knows you can't disenfranchise the black woman. You can't do it. You can't. So as I said, that was a mistake. We hope that Ginger learns from that mistake. It was a mistake, and may be able to continue. It was a mistake. He was wrong. He was just so wrong in all of what he said. We just hope that he learns from it and
Mistake. That's what he personally believes, mate. He can't get over that hill again, mate. Done.
Yeah, but we all believe things in the past which we may not believe now.
What do you say? He's gonna fire his wife. He's gonna fire his wife then, and get a black woman. Is that
He
what
doesn't
you're
need
saying?
to fire his wife. He can stay with his Asian wife, but he needs to recognize and respect the black woman that he came from. He came from a black woman. Do you know what I mean? So you need to recognize the black woman that he came from. That's what it is, and not feel that he have to. Maybe he didn't get on with whoever it was in the past, but that doesn't, as everyone said, that doesn't indicate the whole, black women as a whole. It was a one or two in his company that he was dealing with, and maybe get over it. Lisha's got hands up. Go on, Lisha. Maybe you get past it and move on to bigger things. Lisha?
Yeah, I don't think that we need to. It's not for us to accelerate, if that's the correct word, him at all. He said what he said. He meant it. He's still been going out there and telling women about themselves, black women about themselves, and
Yeah,
no. He's in his 30s. Like, he knows what he's doing. He does not. If he doesn't like what he said, doesn't like black women, he meant it. Absolutely meant it. Whether he's black and he's got mother or not.
It's life experiences, but there might have been reasons for that. You could not.
No, there's no reason. There's no reason at all. Yeah. That's self-hate.
I could turn around and be like, but it's not all black women. There could be one or two that you've had, a situation with. It caused you to be angry, bitter, or whatever. But because of your one or two instances, it doesn't mean all the black woman them is the said way. No,
Jason, we know that. But if he's the one that said what he said, but let's not.
So that's why you have bigger man than him. You said he's in his 30s. I'm in my 50s. As a bigger man, I can say, in my idiot, the things that him did say. Well, you tell me, Keith. What do you think?
Well,
what do you think? As a bigger man talking to a young man, Ginger, who's in his 30s, what would you say?
I would have said that he needs to think before he speaks, because I think technically the ladies, yes, they might have riled him up the wrong way. However, the way that he carried on, I think it does warrant people to be wary of him, and people will get the wrong image of him. They'll think that he's a wrong un, and they'll always think that way when they see him, because that video or that program that he was on, that would have marred him. That would have stained his character, because that's the thing. That's what people are fixed on now.
Yeah.
If he was a promising comedian or whatever the case may be, or wants to get into that field, people will remember him for what he said about women.
But the key thing is, if he will apologize, acknowledge, understand the foolishness that was coming out of his mouth. Bare foolishness. I mean, come on now. There's just bare foolishness. If he would acknowledge that, then there could be a little room for forgiveness and everybody can move on.
But Joseph, he did apologize, and it was a terrible apology. The thing is this, it was really, really bad. I'll find it and I'll send it to you. So he meant what he meant. That's the reason why I say he meant what he meant. Now, if this had been a man from another race, there would have been all sorts of, everybody getting all upset about it. Yes, they would be absolutely upset about it. But
he might get beat up same time.
No, but people want to say, oh, poor him, because he said what he said. He didn't mean to say what he did. He meant to say what he did, because apparently that show was filmed months ago before it was released. Do you know that? Months ago. Yeah. If you were really sorry, do you think you would have given an apology months afterwards?
Well, it wasn't that. It's because it went viral when they released it.
It doesn't matter. Isn't that if it goes viral or not? If I'm on a platform, we're having a conversation, I decide to tell you about yourself that was really derogatory, and I never came back to you until like 3 months later to say, I'm really, really sorry. Are you going to take
Are you saying Are you saying he should have said sorry to the women that were there on the platform on that day? Or are you saying he should say...
He should have apologized to the women. He should apologize to the producers of the show as well, and he should apologize to the audience as well, because there were black women in the audience too.
Right.
He should apologize to everybody about his outburst. That's what.
How would he apologize to all? Because obviously you go to the studio for the filming and all the rest of it, and then so how would you suggest that he should have apologized
after leaving the studio? He should have walked back in and said, "Look, guys, I'm really sorry. I didn't mean to have the outburst. You know, and given probably an excuse as to why he did it, but he didn't do it at that time. He should have noticed that he did something wrong, and he should have gone back. But you know what? He's got so much. He's such an angry person that he didn't do it. He's just not in. No, Joseph, I just find it really weird.
You're unforgiving, man. You're unforgiving.
No, it isn't, Joseph. Joseph, it's not that. Listen to this. The thing about it is that he's working towards being a comedian, and he's trying to build a following. And the thing about it is that people will look up to him and go, if it's okay for him to say that, I will say it. And many people have said very negative things and got away with it. All because they'll go, oh, and the thing about it is, Joseph, I could have been chipping and changing, but the thing about it, the person that's going to help him at the end is a black woman. Because if a black woman says sorry, it will be. If a black woman says sorry, then it means that he is, he's forgiven. Yeah. But it still stays the same. If you have an outburst and like, for example, I remember at work one day, I had a bit of a girl in the middle of a meeting because she said something really stupid. And I, pressed her down a bit. And then I stopped and I thought about it. And I said to her, after ending the meeting, I said, everybody knows, I want to say one more thing. I want to apologize to X because I shouldn't have said what I said. And she said, no, I understand why you did it. I said, no, it wasn't the place to actually do it. Yeah? Right. So that is what you do. You address it at the time. If you know you're wrong, you address it because you know you've done something wrong, because you can tell yourself that you may have snapped. He snapped.
Right. He totally lost it, Nisha. But you know what? He wasn't calming down anytime soon. The way he lost it.
But anyway, Joseph, what I've done is I've shared with you. If you look into the chat, you can see in the WhatsApp chat, I've shared you the ransom.
Before we go there, let's just, because we are talking about Ginger, and let's just have he speaks out on viral clip. Everything I see. The problem is, and this is where, like what you're saying, this is where people need a bit of guidance. He in the comments it reads, that he apologized for his actions and his temper going way too far. But see, when you hear "but," you know what I mean, he doubled down and claimed everything he said was true to him. You know what? Louder, you offended people. But let's just hear what he says, because poor fella.
You lot have watched it, right? Cool. There's a thing on Instagram circulating about my apology yesterday. Yes, I apologize for my actions because my temper went way too. I should have controlled my temper. That is it. And that is all I'm apologizing for. Let's be very clear here. Everything I said was true. Everything
Wait. I don't even want to replay all of what he's going to say there. He's so stupid, so dumb. If he stopped, I apologize. I lost my temper. And I shouldn't have taken it that far. When you just finish there, right? When he throws in the butt, it's all downhill for him. I mean, am I wrong? When he throws in the butt,
his truth. He's telling his truth. Like, why are we making up things for him? If this is what he says, he's telling his truth. That's it. There's no argument.
I have to support the guy to his better self. But clearly he is destroying what he has. He's probably not even aware of it. And some people are like that. Some people are self-destructive. But I have to encourage him. Look, yeah, the thing, you're losing your temper. All right, you lost your temper. You're apologizing for that. Don't double down, because the things you say when you lose your temper, you're saying things that, remember, when you lose your temper, you have lost control. So therefore, in the moment where you've lost control and you're saying things when you are what? Out of control. You're not going to turn around and say and justify any of those things. That'd be foolish. If you lost control of a car, it spun around and did whatever damage and crashed. You're not going to turn around and say, yeah, I lost control, but I was able to do this, do that, and the other. So the damage was minimal. Meanwhile, several people are dead and injured and all. No, I'm sorry, I lost control. That's it. That's it. So, I mean, poor fella, he does need to learn. And, sometimes that's why you need elders around you. Elders will give you the guidance to help you get through. I think in this day and age, a lot of the youth, they just don't have enough elders around them. People are sticking to their own age and young, you know what I mean? They don't have enough elders around them to get you the grounding that you need. Elders have experience. Makes all the difference. Makes all the difference. Poor fella named Ginger. Look at him Debo and anyway, moving on from Ginger. What else we got, Keith?
So just quickly, while you mentioned that, I just need to go back onto the birthday because you sort of like branched off. Yeah, one more, which is a member of ours, Plush Ali. She'll have her birthday.
Plush!
She'll have her birthday this weekend. So please send out messages to her on the weekend. Birthday wishes. Yeah, Plush Ali. So she'll be celebrating on Sunday.
Actually, I'm surprised I didn't see her. We was out at the weekend.
Yeah.
I'm surprised I didn't see her there.
Yeah.
Antiguan, the Antiguan
herself,
queen.
yeah, Antiguan crew. Yeah. So that's the last of the birthday from our side of things. So yeah.
So hold on, what month are we in? September,
yeah.
So that'll make Virgo. Should be a Virgo as well, wouldn't
it? If it's a Virgo season, I'm not up with the zodiac signs, but yeah.
No, that's what I'm asking.
No, I've got no clue.
Virgo would be, it's got to be to the 20. Normally, star signs are to the 22nd or something like that, 21st, 22nd. So we're the 9th. She must be a Virgo. Yeah. We was at the Virgo experience, so Plush would have fit right in. Because we did Elaine, we did Pinky,
yes,
Cynthia,
yes.
It's Claire T. Claire T's Virgo as well. I think Claire was out at the weekend looking amazing.
Nice.
Big in the building. Hey. So who's this? Say again?
Thank you so much.
Oh, you're welcome. You're welcome. Amazing dance. Aye. Beautiful dance. Day dance. You know what you got to love about them day parties? What? We're there from 4 o'clock, I think it was. 4 or 5 o'clock, something like that. It finished at what? 10, 11? But anyway, the point of the matter is, you go home and you can wake up the next day, go to work. It's like, yeah, it was a really nice day yesterday. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? It's not like you wake up, you're tired, like you sleep through the day, you try work and you can't work because you're tired.
Yeah.
Nah, man. You know what I mean? It's actually, you get home a reasonable time, get to bed, sleep, wake up the next day. If you've got work there,
and you're good. Yeah.
You're good.
Well, you are correct. One of our members put in our chat that Virgo is up until the 23rd, so you are correct.
Oh, 23rd.
Yeah.
Plush,
so you're right.
In the Virgo side. But
yeah.
Beautiful. So we've gone for the birthday.
Yeah,
and then
so
there's
congratulations.
Yeah, notice, guys, I want to say to the radio listeners, notice that what we do, because you're not going to get this anywhere else, what we do is we look through the medium of the media, so to speak, and we focus on Black issues, Black concerns, do you know what I mean? Things that affect us, that look like us, that's us, and then we bring them out on the show because talking about us otherwise? All right? Who's talking about our achievements and making big on the things that we do? I mean, look at Ginger, a little thing like that. We don't want to down him because there's so much more that he's probably able to give because he has rehabilitated himself. Remember, he was inside for a period of time. He has rehabilitated. He just needs to stay on the right track and avoid people that are going to trigger him for reasons that he can't control. But not only that, look at what you're going to say now, Keith, with regard to congratulations. Certain people of our community doing amazing. But that's what we do in Shants and Giggles. We big up our own. That's what we do. Because if we're not promoting us, for sure, people like Donald Trump's not doing it. Nigel Farage's not doing it. None of that crew. You know what I mean? It's so important. Black people, we have to do it. We have to big up our own because, you know, if not, it's just self-destruction. And we know those on the other side are already trying to destroy us. 300,000 black women out of work because of Donald Trump. Come on, you got to see that the system, those controlling it, are against us. They're not for us. They get in positions of power, and then what do? First thing, they don't even waste no time. Is they look to destroy us in some way, some manner. You know what I mean? So it's very, very important that we make mistakes along the way. That's just that is life, isn't it? But it's very important that we have forgiveness, and you know what I mean. We have to big it because if we don't big each other up, we're done. We're done. Sorry, Keith, you was going to speak. Sorry.
No, I've just been informed. Soon going to the commercial again. So
Again.
yeah, please get it now because you'll be in trouble. Yeah.
Adios.
Yeah, I've just seen the sign. Hold tight, Toronto. Yeah.
Fair enough. We're going to break. Next time, no break. We're going to run for this straight out, but we will go to break, listeners, and we'll be back after these words. Put yourself on it.